Hey Stampin' friends, welcome to the Joy of Stamping with Rachel. I'm Rachel Kuhn and it's our Wednesdays kit class. Today I'm doing something a little bit different and I'm using some of our new, our old, and our soon to be retiring products. Going to hold while I flip and I'll show you what we're making. All right. Welcome to our Wednesdays kit class, where today we are going to be making tags. Just make sure this is not going to fall on us. There we go. Our Wednesdays kit class is work where I tell you and show you how to make some awesome things, and then I give you some suggested items to order. And then after you order that within the next 2 days, so by Friday the 11th, you'll get the kit to make today's products. It's called our Wednesdays kit class, and when you use the hostess code, that will make everything work and I will know who needs what. I love it when you're here. So I see Marjean's here. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I hope you enjoy learning how to make some tags using our new Tailor Made tags that look like this. They come with 4 different tag sizes and 2 different styles. So this is I would say like a square edge or a straight edge, and this is rounded with a curvy top. And then they even have these center pieces to cut to make the covers for the holes on the top of the tags. And these ones have these fun little, kind of like a semicircle or semi-oval to cover up our holes on these ones. We are combining that with the Hydrangea Haven stamp set and the Hydrangea Dies to help us decorate our tags. And I'm using our old DSP. You can tell, well, soon to be retiring DSP by the end of this month. This paper will no longer be available to order, and it's called the Hydrangea Hill DSP. And I just love this paper. It's so pretty, and I'm so sad that it'll be gone. So if you love it like I do, be sure to stock up before the end of the month. All right, let me go ahead and show you how we make these. They're pretty simple, and I just love that about them. They're simple, they're quick, and they would make a gift look amazing. We're going to go ahead and do our pairs together. So we'll start off with these bigger ones first. Let me show them to you a little bit better. You can see what they look like. We have the giant flower image on this one with the long stem and the two-tone DSP. We set those to the side and we grab all the supplies we need for these ones. So I've die cut in the Gorgeous Grape 2 of those floral parts. And then we have our large tag, the largest of them, in our both styles. Like that. We also have our DSP. Let me show you how I cut these. You can kind of see it looks like about 3/4 of the way down of the tag. And I have that straight edge right there to go on the top of the middle part here. So what I did, let me grab a die so I can show you. Is that I've measured, this one was about 2 inches by 2.5. And then I took it and I put it through my die cutting machine like this. And I tried to keep it as straight as I could, and I created that straight edge. If I did not, I could go ahead and put it back in my paper trimmer and make that edge to that 2.5 or 2.25 are the sizes I'm using on the DSP today. So super easy way to make it. And you can have it as much as you want by sliding it down, or have just a little bit, maybe just on the bottom. I went about 3/4 of the way of the tag. And if you don't know the size, you'll just go ahead and take your tag and put it either on your grid sheet or on your ruler and measure. This one's about 3.5, almost 4, about 3 3/4, to give you a reference of how long this one is. All right. Let's go ahead and start assembling, and then we'll stamp at the end, which is crazy because I always stamp first. But let's go ahead and start the assembling. Like I said, this one is very basic. We're going to just put some glue on the back of both sides and then just match it to cover it up. Just like that. If you need to pick it up to make sure you have it shimmy the right way. And I am using liquid glue just for that reason, that I have a little bit of wiggle The same thing with this one. Match up your ends and your top there. There we go. Next, we need our stems that I've cut out using the Hydrangea Dies and Mossy Meadow. And you pick it up. They're very delicate, so you have to be kind of careful. And I'm going to change the direction of our little tags this time. And so I'm going to place them in a different way so that my tags will hang on the left instead of the right. And what we're going to do is just go ahead and add just a couple of drops of adhesive to the back of our leaves and stems. This would have been a great product to use the adhesive sheets if I would have thought of that sooner, right? And when you die cut them out, sometimes their little centerpieces will get stuck and you could just poke them out. Either use your scissors or carefully peel them out. And that's totally normal. I might need scissors for that one. There we go. I usually like to keep this part in so that way it keeps it a little bit more stable and less fragile. Okay, so we had it going that direction to the right. We're now going to have it over here more to the left for the stem. And just hold down for a little bit so that that adhesive can join it. And I haven't made it this direction, so this can be a complete flop if it doesn't go well. But that's okay. We'll try something new. Same idea, just have it going that direction. I do like the idea of having it coming up over the white, so that way it has that two background looks to it. Press that down. Okay, let's go ahead and go to our flower portion here. This is a beautiful piece, and if I wanted to, I could even go ahead and poke out all the holes of these. I'm not too worried, so it's just definitely a preference of choice. But what we want to do is kind of fluff up these feathers. So we're going to just bend it a little bit and try not to drop it. And then go ahead and just take two ends and pinch them together to make these little parts just pop up just a little bit. You just kind of pull them up. And by me just putting my finger underneath it and bending underneath, it allows me to grab it a lot easier. And there's no rhyme or reason. You don't need all of them unless you really want them. But I'm just going through them and popping up a couple of these. We'll do the same thing to this one. Just put your finger underneath it or fold it kind of in half, and it kind of already does the pop-up for you. Or makes it easier to grab. This is such a beautiful set. I actually won this set from an event I went to, and because I won it, I wanted to get the paper to go with it, and I think I've used the paper more than I have the actual stamp set. But no worries, I have a whole another year because it carried over into the annual catalog to play with this set as well, the stamps and the dies. Okay, so it looks pretty ruffled to me, pretty good. And then we're going to grab our glue dots. I just put about 2 of them on the back of this floral image. One there, and we're going to place it so it's about halfway on the tag. Make sure we're not coming in the hole. In fact, I need to make sure I grab my hole spots real quick too. I'll grab 1 and 2 glue dots on that one. And I feel like this one's a little too far over. Let's see if we can't. We're going to go rogue and maybe bend that one a little bit. And then put this one down. There we go. Let me grab our, sorry about that, our cute little covers. I don't even know what to call these. Our tag holes covers. I think the point of these are to make it just a little bit more sturdy. So we're going to add just a little bit of glue on the top of each one. I feel it's easier to add the glue to the tag and not to this little piece, and then line up where the circle is. Like that. And we'll do the same thing for this one. Have it nice and lined up. Awesome. Even that looks like so much more finished, right? We just have a couple more details for this one, which would include some of these cute little cutouts of the flowers. These flowers are amazing. They have embossing on, let's see if I can get you to focus on it, my camera. Embossing, and we're cut all at the same time. And they have like a long strip of them. So we get a good handful with just one quick run through our die cutting machine. Next, I'm going to do at least 3, and what I like to do is just put about 3 drops of adhesive in a triangle-like shape. I do like to bend them up and put them on there. If you don't like to use adhesive for this, a glue dot would work great, and it doesn't make you have to wait for the dry time. So whatever you have time for or your preference. That just makes it look like it pops up a little bit more. You could use the same color on the same one as well. I just did a lighter shade of purple to make it stand out a little bit more. And just like how we did those centers, I'm just kind of bending my petals in just a little bit. There we go. Then we'll add some of our pearls to the center, to each one. And I did not add any ribbon or twine to the top of this because I'm going to wait until I'm ready to attach it to something to know what length it needs to be and if I need it to be more of a ribbon or more of a twine. So we'll just leave those empty for now. We have lots of pretty ribbons that would look great on this one. Okay. We're almost there with this one. All we need now is our cute little tag. So let me get that into our view so you can see that. I have it on my foam mat here so that we're good to go. And I'm going to use the Gorgeous Grape, which is just that darker shade of purple. And this one I have saying for you. I've done it on the white. So go for you. And one more. It's just like that. Perfect. I've cut 4 strands of the white twine. It's part of the Essentials twine pack that I'm going to go ahead and just tie a bow with through the hole. So we'll grab our hole like this. What I should do, since I still have my ink out, let me make sure I stamp the next ones too while we're here. I'm giving it myself about 9 inches of this twine just so that I have enough to play with and make it the size that I want. Okay, looking super cute. We'll do this one, and then I like to add a dimensional to the back of it as well. I like this twine because it does thread pretty nicely, and if it starts to fray, you can either use a piece of tape to help you make it a sturdier thing to, kind of like threading a needle through, or thread through a needle hole. Just kind of make it a little bit stronger. But we lucked out and was able to put it through super easy. This cute little mini tag actually comes from the Hydrangea Dies. I'm probably saying that wrong, and so I always say it really slow. All right, let me go ahead and stamp that one as well with the With Love. There we go. And let's continue our bows for this. So we're already ready. Now this is a good time for you to paint your nails, go grab a drink, fast forward if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're watching live, I'm sorry, I know tying bows isn't the most exciting thing to see, but it's very practical. Right. trim that one down. I have one more to go. So purple used to be my favorite color as a little girl. I don't craft with it as much, and I don't wear it very often. I do love purple eyeshadow though, because I have green eyes. Well, sometimes I have green eyes. Sometimes they're blue. But I just love these purples together. Like, if you're going to have one, you should have both, because the light and the dark just complement each other so well. And my birthstone is an amethyst, which is purple in color as well. Maybe that's why it was my favorite. All of my fun jewelry was in that color. Okay, clean up our messes just a little bit. And we're about done with this one. Let me grab the mini dimensionals, because they're the perfect size for this one, and grab our white ones and attach. So just put one dimensional on the back. Remove the backing and add it so it looks like, there we go, for you. I'm glad I'm trying this different direction so you can kind of see what it would look like. And you have to let me know which one you like better, going the left or the right. I think I like my originals better so far. I think the stems turn better that way. But they still all look really amazing. Like, look how much those pop. And they're just gorgeous. All right, let's go ahead and go on to the second one. It's just a different size and a little bit less work. This is what they look like. So the square bottom and the round bottom. And we didn't even put a very big flower on this one. We just kept it very basic and used a little bit of those stems. Same idea of how we do these ones. Well, you've die cutted the tags out and also our bottoms to them. Go ahead and flip them over and add your adhesive. Let's pretend you don't have this DSP and you still want to make two-tone. You could totally do this with just even cardstock. To give that two-tone look, cut them in different sizes using the same dies and then just glue one over the other. Okay. Then for this one, we are just using 2 of the stems instead of all 3 or even 2 leaves. So it just depends on how you want to do it. For this one, if you just go ahead and cut off that extra one. And let's flip that over and add some adhesive. I should have my silicone mat out. I'm going to make a sticky mess with this, but hopefully not too bad. Since I went ahead and we turned them, so we want to make sure we put our stems now on this side instead, like that. And don't let me forget to do those whole covers. And when you cut them in half or have them separately, they're a little bit easier to work with, and you can put them wherever you want. So this one, I'm going to actually put on the bottom over here. And then this one we'll put up on the top. Again, trying to get it so it has the two-tone look with it, have it over the DSP and the basic white. This one, I'm just going to snip off a little bit of the stem. There we go. All right. Let's add our dimensionals to our tags, the back of them. My hands have gotten sticky, so you can see my hands are sticking to everything. Oh, the joys of liquid glue. You know we love it. Okay, so now we're going to be on this side with it. Let's have it going that direction. And this one can go more in the middle. Like that, kind of. There we go. And next, we just need to add our cute little white mini flowers. So that's these ones again, and just take them and pinch them up to give that dimension. But this time, we're going to attach them with glue dots. Let me see if I have, here we go, one right here. Let's add it to it, peel it off or pinch it off, and find a good spot for it. Let's put one down here. Oh, I almost forgot those little holes. Don't let me forget. Hey, I see a friend has joined us. Hey, Susan, glad you're here. Hope you have tried these new dies out, or you have them on your wish list. And also, I hope that you have the paper. It's going to be retiring by the end of the month. So if you like it, be sure to grab it before it's gone. Put a little one up there. We should have one more with a glue dot. And peel that off. Okay. Awesome. Let's attach these to them now so I don't forget. And I need a circle one and the semi-oval. And like I said, it's easier to attach it by putting the adhesive on the top above the hole. And for this one, you could do a little bit on both than to put it on the actual tag, little hole cover itself. And this will just make that entry stronger, and it just gives a nice added touch. You could even have it in a different color, and that would be even more fun. I try to keep this one very basic and classy though, with the white on white. All right, lastly, I'm just gonna add a couple pearls. So let's do some pearls in the center of our flowers here. And then let's add a pearl to our tag. Awesome. All right, that's it. Make sure you have these ones turned out. Super simple, right? Not too much. These are the little bit smaller. And then we have these awesome larger ones with the flowers. You'll have to let me know which ones are your favorites. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've learned something new and you've put either 1 or 2 or 3 items in your wish list. Be sure to order by Friday if you want to get this kit for me for free, and be sure to use that hostess code as well. All right, you guys, have a great week. Happy stamping, everyone. Goodbye.